Hello. Good morning, everyone. I'm trying to get my little squirrel in the picture, but that's not happening. Okay, good morning. It is January the 12th and beautiful, clear sky and sunny outside here. Boy, it makes a big difference, I can tell you. After a lot of not so sunshiny days, I still have a preference for these clear, bright days. We have a lot of snow and it makes it just beautiful. So I hope you're having a good day, and I'm hopeful that it doesn't matter so much if your day is sunny or cloudy or if it's morning or night. I hope you're doing well. When it's 28 degrees, the sunshine just somehow makes it feel a little better. Okay, today is Tuesday. The month we're about at the midpoint. I think we have a moon change tomorrow, maybe today. So what I'd like to do today is spend the time practicing with you, because we're all getting tired of the limitations we feel in our lives, and maybe we're closer. We have people around us who are testing positive, who are sick. It's not an easy time, and I know that we're losing people, and it's not an easy time, and it's not an easy time to go through grieving, because we don't have familiar, we're not able to get hugs from people. We're not able to have the kind of ceremonies and rituals that we have around that loss, and we're not able to be with the person. So just knowing about some of you who've been going through those experiences is really touching the rest of us, and we're sending you metta, loving kindness, and we're sending you our good thoughts, that your loved ones are who are still here, that your loved ones are dealing with it and being able to experience the grief that they need to go through, but not getting into difficulties with that. And also, when a person is dying and when they die, that's a really good time to send metta to them. Just keep them in your thoughts and continue to send metta and to send merit, that your deeds you can dedicate the deeds you do that are good and wholesome to that person who's recently passed. And that can the feeling that you get is that you're creating a kind of peaceful climate for them as they make a transition. And it helps alleviate fear that might be with them as they're making that move forward. And it also brings us comfort, but it connects us in a really important way to helping that person leave this life and move on to the next. So it's really good to include those people when you're sending merit, when you're sending metta, and when you're practicing compassion and the other boundless qualities. So that's loving kindness and compassion and appreciative joy for others, and that equanimity, which is that equipoise, that balance that we're all looking for. So think of all of the people we're losing every day. So there are always people we can be practicing for, and we can send that metta all the time. We don't have to, a lot of times we add in the teachings about meditation, don't meditate while you're driving. Well, metta practice you can do all the time. It's the kind that you shouldn't do when you're driving is if you want to sit and relax. And, the way we do it is to close our eyes and let go. Just feel the bare essence of all of our senses at work. And so our focus wouldn't really be on driving. It would be turned more inward. But metta practice we can do all the time. And we need to be doing it all the time. For ourselves and for others around us and for the people we don't know and all the living beings that are on this planet and in this universe and all the invisible beings, and for loved ones and all the beings who have passed. So we always want to consider them, because we hope that we can all have a very peaceful death and be calm at the time of death, but we never can be guaranteed that that's the case. And so if we die in the way that would be ideal, we have loved ones around us, holding our hand, praying for us, praying with us, or chanting, and just creating a peaceful, calm, loving environment for the person passing. And it can literally help their passage be less traumatic for them, and they can die with a peaceful mind. And when we can't do that, we can do it wherever we are. If we practice meditation or Reiki or prayer, we can do it for that person and think of them passing into a different realm, just leaving this body that they're in now, and send those qualities out of peace and kindness and nurturing that person making that passage. And we can do that for all beings. So practice all the time. We can be mindful. We can send metta. This is what we're working toward, is to always be in the state of mind that we're creating these more peaceful, more calming, and more awake. Awake is probably a buzzword that we don't want to use these days, but we want to be aware, a sense of more awareness about everything so much beyond us that we can tap into. So that can give us all a feeling of being able to do something, even when we physically feel like we can't take action. Sometimes we think action is the only thing we can do, but we can sit and be quiet and send metta and send compassion, and that's a very significant thing to do. So let's practice together. And I know all of us need to practice. We're practicing for ourselves. It's wonderful when we include others and we include our loved ones, but we have to remember that meditation is also to help us understand ourselves, understand our mind, and more be able to see reality as it really is, and learn to be okay with that. Learn to be able to live with that and do what we can, and know the things that we're unable to do or that we don't have control over. So take care of yourself first. Breathe for yourself first, and then help others breathe. Then help others with what they need to do. Otherwise, we're not going to be coming from our best, truest selves, and we may end up feeling that we're not sure if what we did was a selfish act for ourselves, or if it was genuinely to help others. So if we take care of ourselves first, we can keep going, and we can be more aware of what the best thing to do for ourselves and for the other is. So, the sun is nice. Okay, So let's sit together, and that's probably the very best way we can spend our time. And if you can, again, you may need to be vigilant and have your eyes open. That's okay. But if you can close your eyes, and that's a little bit less distraction that you have, can make it easier to meditate. And let your back feel lifted. Let your spine be lifted up. And that can really help you be able to sit longer, because you won't be as uncomfortable. Be aware of the body breathing. And even with your spine lifted, you can let your shoulders drop when you exhale. They tend to ride up until they're up around our ears, but you can let those shoulders drop. Feel them relax your whole body. Let a smile play on your face. You want to be relaxed and not feel heavy. Just be aware of the body breathing. And you can pick the area just around your nostrils to be focusing on your breath, or you can pick your belly, gently rising with the inhale, contracting with the exhale. Just pick your spot and try to stay with the same area instead of switching back and forth. If you don't feel grounded, centered in your body, you might want to take a few deep breaths in and out. Just to help you come back into your body. We want to feel our contact with the earth. Have your feet, if you're seated, have your feet touching the floor. If you're on the floor, let your bottom, just really feel the earth. When we allow our spine to just feel lifted, even if we're lying on the floor, we can increase the space between each of the vertebrae. And that allows our normal breath to become the breath that really can fill our lungs. Just naturally, let it be your natural breath, but we're increasing that capacity of our lungs to get a good breath. Now think of yourself and send the thoughts to yourself that you need to be comforted. May I be well, and may I feel safe in this world. May I be content. May my happiness be for the right reasons, not clinging. May I be at peace. May I be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. And even if we're just learning to really love ourselves, we can keep developing this part of our practice and at the same time begin to be able to send out this quality of metta or loving kindness to others. There may be some days when you just need to practice metta for yourselves. But you'll soon see, because this is a boundless quality, we quickly know that we feel the urge to send it out to others, to share it. So now you can begin to expand a little, sending metta, sending friendliness and kindness out to your loved ones, the beings closest to you. This may include your pets. It may include your family members. It may include your friends, your noble friends. These are the people you think of. Even if you're upset with them or have some issues with them, probably because you live together and you're close, you know you love them. There's no question. So may all of my loved ones be well and safe and keeping others safe. May my loved ones be content. May they be free from suffering and free from fear and worry and anxiety. And may they be at peace. Now moving out further, think of everyone who lives in your community. It might be a village or a city or a neighborhood, but a community close enough to you that you can have a sense of its boundaries. Maybe the boundaries you have for your community. Doesn't have to be from a map. So this community includes people you know very well, or acquaintances, many acquaintances you may have. There's people you may see at the shops or at church or the temple, or when you take a walk. Some may be good friends, some are strangers, some may be difficult people. May all the people and all the living beings in my neighborhood, in my community, may they be well, and may they be feeling safe in our community and in the world. May they be free from fear and worry and anxiety. May they be content. May they be living in peace. Be sure to include everyone in your community who may be sick, who may be suffering, who may be dying. May they be at peace, and may they not be fearful. And now as we keep allowing this quality to radiate out from us in all directions, without end, without any boundaries whatsoever, radiate out to include all living beings, human and non-human, beings being born and beings dying, all creatures, all human beings, all non-human beings, the beings that we can't even begin to comprehend all around us. Not just on this planet, but go out even further. Remember, when it's a boundless quality, we can't omit any one, any population, any race, any belief, any viewpoint. We're including all living beings in these wishes for a feeling of safety and wellness. May all living beings be content and able to care for themselves or be taken care of lovingly. And may all beings know peace. May all beings be free from hunger and thirst and the extreme conditions of the weather. Now just keep sitting, coming back to your breath gently. Lightly. You can keep feeling how it feels to be radiating out these qualities of goodness, of kindness, of friendliness. Now be aware again of your own body. Stay in your body, even when we're radiating out these beautiful qualities. We aren't leaving our bodies. We're staying. We're staying here. We're radiating qualities out with our mind, with our being, with our actions. So keep sitting. I'm going to end our time together with my wish, and you can just listen and sit. May I become at all times, both now and forever, a protection for those without protection, a guide for those who have lost their way, a ship for those with an ocean to cross, a sanctuary for those in danger, a lamp for those without light, a place of refuge for those who lack shelter, and a servant to all in need. By means of this meritorious deed, may I never join with the unwise, only the wise, until the time I attain Nibbana. Keep sitting if you can. And whatever the weather, have a beautiful day. Let your thoughts be as expansive as you can be. It helps us get out beyond ourselves and be more aware of this big universe that we're connected to every other living being. Take care. Thank you for being here with me. See you Thursday.